recognize Tony Krantz, Encinitas City Council member, here as well today. So we are all gathered here today. Thank you so much for coming. Hello, Irene. I like your big smile there. This is the unveiling ceremony of the first piece of public art in the City of Encinitas' new sculpture installation program. So as you all can see right here, the sculpture is called Orpheus, and it is set off by this beautiful coral tree right here, which we just happened to plan when it would be beautifully blooming. And our art commissioner, Randall, he said when I walked in, he said, it looks as if the sculpture is welcoming people with its arms, saying, come on into the City of Encinitas. And I think that is actually a great description of what it's doing right here. So I'll just tell you a little bit about the program. So this is a series of sculptures and pedestals that will be installed in the 5 communities of Encinitas. So they're supposed to be in place for 1 to 2 years, and then new sculptures will be installed. But I secretly hope this one gets to stay forever. So we'll see about working on that project. Thank you for that. Good idea.
That's a great idea.
So our internationally renowned sculpture artist is Jeffery Laudenslager, and he's right here. And if you notice, you can see his sculptures are literally everywhere when you start looking out for them. So you can see them from the I-5 freeway, you can see them at Scripps hospitals, you can see them online, and you can see them in art that's on people's earrings here today even. It is remarkable. Yes. And also at the airport, at our international airport.
Well, that's really disappeared.
So, the project cost for this K Street Parkway sculpture, including the installation of the permanent concrete pedestal, were funded by the Encinitas Friends of the Arts and their fundraising efforts. I know many of you are from that organization, so let's give a big round of applause. Yes, thank you. And so with us today is our EFA, that's Encinitas Friends of the Arts, President, Naime Woodward, and members of the Board of Directors.
Raise your hand.
Thank you, yes. So the purpose of public art, just to put this all in context, is not only to enrich the community and to improve the quality of life for those who live here, but also to ignite the imagination, encourage thought, and prompt discourse. So public art benefits the community through placemaking and bringing people together, and is an effective tool for economic development through cultural tourism. So we at Encinitas love our artists, we love art. We have a number of projects that are devoted to promoting that in the city, including the underpasses at Santa Fe of the I-5 freeway, as well as Encinitas Boulevard. We'll see a big public art project going there as well. And with that, I would like to introduce our Commission for the Arts member, Deanne Sabek, who will introduce the artist. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. And of course, it's been a long and winding road, I will tell you. But here we are, finally. And thank you very much, Catherine and City Council members, for getting this approved on its way, because it's going to be a lovely program. And of course, we owe many thanks to the brilliant man who sparked this whole idea, Jeffrey, and for loaning this beautiful sculpture. I have the privilege of working with Jeffrey on collaborative projects, so I get to see these things from start to finish and what it takes to realize one of these, both the computer work and the physical work. And let me tell you, it is nothing short of amazing that happens, and especially the balancing. This man is the master of balance, because these pieces, these huge pieces, are balanced, can be balanced on a fingertip. I mean, it's quite amazing. And with that, I will introduce the maestro, Jeffrey.
Thank you, Deanne. See how many pages are here? Anybody leaving yet? Anyway, these are just crib notes so I don't forget something. Thank you, Catherine. The turn off. Encinitas is a rich community, especially rich in the participation of organizations and individuals contributing their talents towards this goal of excellence. SRF is certainly the oldest and one of the best anchors to our community culturally. We are so glad that they're here. Speak up a little more. Everybody hear me?
No.
More or less?
Right there.
Okay.
Right close.
And in my mind, this begged the question, what can I do? To contribute, facilitate what's going on, make this already great community a better community. Well, it didn't leave me much. I'm not rich. I'm not a great committee person. A little bit lazy. We're almost done. 9 more pages. Thank you. The one thing I have done over the majority of my life is do art, make art.
Louder.
At 23, I got my first large-scale commission, a 10-foot-tall sculpture made out of mahogany that is kind of reminiscent of a Henry Moore sculpture for the brand new community then of Rancho Bernardo. I was convinced at that point in time, being a senior in college, pursuing psychology, that this was my new way of being, and I figured that I could make a living doing this. I was correct in the long term, not so much in the short term. But I was obsessed, and I continued to make large-scale objects. They were shown in various venues, most notably in my own property. But as things progressed, and I made enough money to support my family, my devotion to large-scale work suggested that I could do public works on an ongoing basis. And my great friends, Nate and Rowan Wolfstein, everybody. The Coop Writers and Scripps Hospital agreed to create what's known now as the Wolfstein Sculpture Park. That's at Scripps Memorial in La Jolla. We started a small collection which became substantial. How many sculptures, Rowan?
There's 42 at La Jolla and 6 at Encinitas.
So we have a total of almost 50 sculptures that what started as a very, very small enterprise some years ago has grown and enriched the community, the hospital community, in their Arts for Healing program. That's a significant effort and a significant contribution to the community. But at any rate, this is my life's work. This is what I've done. This is what I can contribute. And I definitely wanted to see something happening with the community some years ago, and it's it's a difficult process. Not a difficult process, but it's a lengthy process to get things through a system of bureaucracy that's not set up to do something exactly like this. But in any case, through the hard work of Deanne Sabeck, who pushed this situation through, we've gotten this far. Naomi, thank you for your persistence, organizational skills, and support of the arts. Patricia Fisher, thank you for your mother's contribution to financially support this effort. Jim Gilliam, thank you for negotiating with the city to get this done. And is Cheryl Ehlers here? Okay, Cheryl Ehlers. We thank her for getting concrete in the ground and metal in the air. Thank you.
I do want to acknowledge the engineers and those who did it, and you know their names so much.
Sorry, Brian Qualls, engineering. Engineered all this time, so that was a big, big help to us.
Well, good morning, and thank you all for being here. You have no idea what this means for me personally. and for Encinitas Friends of the Arts. We've been in existence for the last 4 years, and we have much to celebrate. I do want to acknowledge our board of directors. Raise your hands, please, if you're here. Thank you for being here. And of course, the city officials, Jennifer, where are you? Thank you. And of course, Jim, Cheryl, for their endless support, Park and Rec, and everybody at the City Hall. And of course, Self-Realization Fellowship, very close to my heart, and it's such a blessing to be here, and all the supporters. And Joe, thank you for joining us. I don't think people know you were here. Thank you. Yes. I'll couple that, Catherine, because I think public art is to, for people's pleasure. It brings people together, and it creates conversations, sometimes not so. It's puzzling, and it's wonderful because people are diverse in their opinions, and they can have conversations about it. I believe it enhances the environment, it complements the lifestyle of the citizens, and it gains additional significance when there are works created by local creative artists, such as Jeffrey. Thank you, Jeffrey. And Deanne, of course. I believe that flourishing cultural life is, however, not something that could possibly be done without the commitment and cooperation of everyone, including our mayor, our council members, city officials, and all the donors and those who support what we're trying to do. And I think this is just the beginning, and I'm super excited. And we are going to officially start the campaign for fundraising to maybe purchase this and add it to our permanent collection. So we're going to be doing some negotiations with Jeffrey, of course.
I'll take it easy.
But this really represents the commitment. If I can, yeah. The dedication, special insights, and inspirations by many who have worked so hard to make it happen. So it is appropriate that a large-scale sculpture now stands at a point where it welcomes all to our city and will stand at the same time as a model for fresh opportunities to incorporate artwork throughout our community, and I can't wait for that. Congratulations to our many partners who contributed to this success by becoming involved with the funding, sponsoring, contracting, planning, and putting this into place. And also myself in particular, I do wish to thank Deanne again, our arts commissioners. I know there are a few of you here. Patricia Fisher, thank you from the bottom of my heart for all your leadership. Thank you. And of course your mom, remembering your mom. Thank you. Jim Gilliam, as always, my partner in crime. Cheryl Eller for her hard work, Park and Rec staff, and County of San Diego. I do want to acknowledge them because we got a grant to have the pedestal, of course. And of course, Jeffrey, thank you. I'm so pleased.
Thank you.
Yeah. And so please join us celebrating. We have a little refreshments. And thank you again from the bottom of my heart. Yes, one more comment.
I want to also thank Jeffrey and Naomi and all of the arts commissioners for their efforts on this project. I'm going to do a little bit of patting myself on the back here and point out that we've also finished off the streetscape in downtown with the sidewalk across the street, which with the Santa Fe undercrossing will within the next 6 months connect downtown Encinitas with downtown Cardiff, as well as we're moving forward with our project in Leucadia. So the 101 corridor is I think the council is committed to making it a great place. We're in the place-making business. We've got some wonderful long-time tenants downtown, SRF and others that I think really make for a unique visit to a unique place. So this particular piece of art is, in my opinion, the cherry on top of the cake, and I'm looking forward to much more art being made in Encinitas. So thank you all for joining us this morning, and enjoy the celebration.